All right, here we are, week in review, July 7th, 2025. So major US indexes ended the week in positive territory with the S&P 500 gaining 1.75% and the Nasdaq rising 1.63%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average leading the pack with a 2.34% gain. Now, value stocks, or Russell 1000 Value, outperformed growth stocks, Russell 1000 Growth, last week rising 2.3% and respectively. Small cap stocks, also known as the Russell 2000, were the standout performers of the week, rising 3.58% and moving into positive territory for the year. Now, despite the shortened trading week due to the Independence holiday, it was an eventful one on the economic front. June employment data came in stronger than expected, with unemployment rate ticking down to 4.1%, and the economy adding 147,000 new jobs, well above the forecast of 117,000. Now, let's talk upcoming economic releases, right? In a lighter week for economic reports with further insights into the path of interest rates and just the state of like small businesses overall, on Tuesday, July 8th, Small Business Optimism Index, right, or the SBOI, will be released, providing a snapshot of confidence levels among U.S. small businesses overall and their forecasting, for their individual outlooks. Now, then on Wednesday, July 9th, we get Fed minutes from the most recent meeting will actually be published and made available to the public, offering investors a deeper look into like what is the Fed thinking around like future interest rate policies and things that might occur later this year. Then we get into market outlook. So the July 9th tariff deadline has been extended now to August 1st, allowing more time for trade negotiations with the U.S. and our trading partners. Now, meanwhile, the president has pledged an additional 10% tariff on countries aligning with the BRICS alliance, or the coalition of major emerging economies, including Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Now, last week, Congress approved the administration's budget and their domestic policy bill, which is also known as the Big Beautiful Bill. It has now moved to the White House and was signed on Independence Day, July 4th. So the president has approved that bill. Now, with the first half of 2025 in the books behind us, the U.S. stock indexes closed with strong gains despite drawdowns driven by tariff uncertainty and ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Then we're going to close this off with stocks in the news. Amazon, or ticker AMZN, Amazon kicks off its extended Prime Days this week, stretching the event to 4 days in a strategic move to attract consumers looking to get ahead of potential tariff-related price increases. Now, analysts have projected sales could surge as much as 60% over the year during this event. With this news, the stock gained 1.83% last week. And our next stock in the news is MO, or Altria. Now, this is one of the world's largest producers of tobacco and cigarettes. A key growth driver for the economy is its smoke-free nicotine pouch brand On. Shares of Altria rose 1.74% last week. Well, that's your market update. See you next time.